All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest Gameplay of Sorts. Yeah. And we are on World Tour Part 4. Trying to wrap this up over at one of the houses. Cool. And there was a dragon flying overhead. Again, same one. All right. So it is a rainy 55.2 degrees in Chicagoland. Yes, it is. So how's everybody doing out there? Excellent. And yeah, this is one of the houses that was converted from a barn. Cool. Nice. So we are going to take a look, and this one is going to be less in depth because I keep stopping and, you know, showing. There it is. That was a fun build. And all the builds are going to be in the one playlist, completed walkthroughs. So there is that. So this was just a test. And I think it turned out really cool. If I had a choice of houses to live in, that would be one of them. I still haven't determined what I want to do with this area over here yet. But this house I will be making a video on soon because it's been renovated, as you can see. So I have some things that are going on with it. I widened it, lengthened it, and everything else. So this part of the town is a shopping district. And what shopping district? Why did I put... Oh, it's right there. Because we come down here, and I linked everything together from the train station, the park with the watchtower is over there. Nice. And we have the circular restaurant and the fire station. So the fire station, and there was supposed to be a police station over here. This area is not finished yet. Of course, nothing's finished. But the fire station turned out really cool. Except you can't get to the door. You can't get through the doors. Did I change it? Oh, I changed it. We got fire suits and everything else. We have a fire pole, which actually works, sort of. You have the offices. Nice. A little backyard action going on here. But you come up and there's sleeping quarters. Cool. And living quarters. Kitchen. And I really like the way the windows turned out. I'd been trying to go for that look for a while. But here is the pole. All you do is you jump on it. And then, boom. Now you're on the first floor. Very cool. So that's the fire station. I think it turned out pretty cool. Now we come over across to the circular restaurant. And it seems that that's all I can do is like restaurants. But it's circular. No, really? As I fly through a palm tree, as you can see. Except for this little tab over here. It's pretty much circular. Nice. So we come down. I am going to show how I did these doors. Boom. Very cool. So you come in, you got this grand entranceway, and all I'm going to do is take a quick run around because we have a stage area. Very nice. Sound booth up there. There's a bar over here, and then the kitchen. But this is another area. You can see the bridge in the background, which is very nice. See if I can get that in there. Yes. And you got the patio here. And it was just, there's an upstairs area, there's bathrooms, because of course there is, and little Hitachi style grills. There's a cooler. Cool. And then you have the office area with a safe. And why those? I don't know what, oh, you know what those were? Those were original mom and pop stuff. Somebody had mentioned in one of the videos that there are cabinet tops. So if we take one of those, and then we take, I don't know, there. So you be the judge. There's this one, or there's this one. I wish that the white, now that looks okay, but I wish that the white cabinets matched the bottom ones. But that one looks okay. So we have some cabinets up there. Nice. And then we have an elevator that goes up. And this is like the private area. Look at that. I don't like, and what ended up happening and what you'll find is that when you use a mod and then that mod gets discontinued, it can't go through the game and take the whatever blocks that were left there. So, and this is especially true with the animals, and that's why you'll always see a whole bunch of unknown objects. I love this glass, and there is a mod that I have installed where you can put in what the node's name is, and it'll actually clean them. It'll remove them from the map if you're close to it. It's a clean it or clean mod, and it works, but you have to know what the mod name is and what the animal is, and usually you can figure that out by, especially with the NPCs, you can hover over it, and it'll tell you NPC trader man, or whatever that is. So that is the circular restaurant with some sailboats overlooking the bay. This is I could have done away with two of the struts, but I like it. It looks cool. So that is a circular restaurant. We already did the train station in the last video, and we have all the palm trees and everything. This over here was built as a joke, and I liked it. It was just the camper was from a tutorial, and I can't remember who did this tutorial, but it's the tour wagon. Not very big, and you can't get to the driver's area. But then again, it's just cool because it's non-functional, but it looks like an RV. I could have changed the colors. So just by using different blocks, we have the speakers without the grills on them. And this is how a stage basically would look. And this is just positioning in home decor. This is the stereo system. But if you turn it around, this is the back of it. It looks like amplifiers. Or this one here. And this is a power network blocks from Technics. And then different colored lights and cubes. And you go, hello, Cleveland. You can picture the audience there. Nice. You know what I forgot? It has power, but there's no way to get up to the stage. I think I was going to do something like that on the back, but there's no way to get up onto the stage. I just realized that. Huh. Okay. So this is the part of town. This is the back alleyway, and I like the poplar trees that kind of fences off the desert area. So this is the back area for deliveries, everything else. There's a area for the parking garage to go in. There's a doggy. And we have a restaurant on the end because, of course, we do. We have a bistro. And now this area is supposed to depict like a downtown like suburban area, and we have a full subway line with track changing. Have a little kitchen area here for your morning commute. Get your coffee and stuff. Nice bathroom area, and then maintenance area. And these go down to the other train line tunnels, and I can change my tracks with advanced trains. You can see how those changed. But this goes to the outdoor resort, and then down a ways, which we will find. There's another line that goes up to the factory and Japanese castle, and then if you take this line down, that's the skyscrapers. So here we have the exotic car dealership, which is really. I had a lot of fun building this, and we're lagging because I'm going in active blocks. That's the window that the cars will come in. We have a full service center with the patented sticky pistons, which create that. We have our doors, and these are all done with the gate controller. And that's what I'm going to do a video on, the gate controller and what you can actually do with them. So you can see those all open, and this is why there's a lot of lag, because there's a lot of active blocks all over the place. But this is the car center, the repair part of this. And I can already see myself these telephones do ring. But they're not ringing now. So you have a little waiting area. And it really turned out cool if I could get rid of some of the lag. So I did this purposely like this so I'd have a little curb. We'll go to the other side of the street. Here's an ice cream place. Fully decked out, I might add. Beehives. Another restaurant, because of course there's restaurants everywhere. But everyone is a little bit different. Here's a lot of vegetation. We don't want the cat to get out. Then again, doesn't matter. And then it all goes back here and links up with the ice cream parlor. And this is the area for picnics. So yeah, before we go do that one, so this whole area here, and then on this side, and I took a lot of time going through to create the different restaurants and everything. But over here we have the bike shop, and this is cool because I was using the bike mod, but the bikes were only one color, and then I finally got the update that allows you to change the color of the bikes, which obviously looks a lot better than just having 15 blue bicycles. But this is the bicycle repair shop. Very nice. with a bunny rabbit. Then we come down here and we have, this is kind of cool. So, well, of course it's kind of cool. We get, man, that lag. This is a computer superstore. So nice. You have different computers, but you come upstairs and this is the audio visual room. We have TV sets. Just like you'd kind of see it like a Best Buy or something. And then you have the office area, which is nice. Too many doors and too much lag. So there you have it. And of course, there's a place for the employees overlooking everything. This is where they run the store. There's the parking garage. Should just leave these doors open. And the parking garage is really cool. I keep saying really cool, but it is. And then the pet store. Now, I don't think I want to go in there because I haven't been in there in a long time. But we have little pens and fish tanks and all sorts of fun stuff. Aquariums, fish, bunny rabbits, dragons, kitty. I can't remember what was in these pens, but what was that? Oh, turtle with a kitty on his back. So that's the little downtown area, and there's not really much to show for it. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3 businesses on this side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 businesses on this side. And this is all it was. So, yeah, there's that. So this is the community center, and I really like it. Got this area up here, which is the banquets. I'm losing my voice already. You know, everything's fine until you turn on, the microphone, and then everybody gets that same, they see the little red light on the recording indicator, and then all of a sudden they're like, So, yeah. And this was a really cool area. I keep saying that. I don't know why. And that word is not cool anymore. That's from the 80s and 90s when everything was cool. Cool. So we come down here, and this is just the office area. But then you come down here and you have the little, as you can tell, my background in concert and stage setup. Yeah. I used to do that for fun. For a local Chicago band. And the band's name was Triggerfish. And it was an original, so everything, it was original music with a couple covers. The band imploded. Heavy drug use on one of the members. It's why drummers get a bad reputation. And then the new drummer had a problem with drugs and alcohol. And what would make, I always joked with the band. They said, well, when the band breaks, if the band ever makes it big, look for me in about 20 years on a VH1 special of Behind the Bands, how they imploded. So there you have it. So this whole area here. And the real cool thing about working with that is that I got to do things that normal people or average person would never be able to do, like work in actually be part of an album in an actual recording studio. And I got to do that. So there is that. And I highly suggest it. If you ever have a chance to do something like that where normally you wouldn't, take that chance. Even if it doesn't turn into anything, the memories and just the experience of it. So this is the park. And it's unfinished, just like everything else. But I think the water feature turned out pretty cool. Pretty nice. And this area over here was supposed to be more houses. And it still might. I can put maybe 2 nice houses back here. And then we have this one that I'm renovating back here. And this is the original cabin, but I might have to move the cabin because it just doesn't fit. So this is the shopping district. And I could possibly go further, and I might. I just have to clear this forest and make it level. But there's the Civic Center and offices. And then these are my take on townhouses. It looks okay, but the proportions are off a little bit. So we come in here and nice. And I wanted to have a real cool kind of villa look using the castle and using the rounded arches. But the layout of it works. Got a real nice backyard area. There's one of those tree, using those facade blocks upside in a way that they weren't meant to be used, but everything has a use. And then huge kitchen, pantry, a bathroom, because of course, a fur ball. Thank you. And then the second floor, I was really happy with how this turned out. Nice staircase. Let's see, the bathroom, back bedrooms. And I went all out on these. This is the library. Just by using different, oh, there's a kitty. Make your own bookcases and such. So there are a lot of blocks that you can really sit there and play with to turn into something. This is my grand office with a beautiful balcony overlooking the forest. Nice. And that's not how you get to the main bedroom. You have a dressing room, which leads to the main bedroom. Very nice. And I think back here is an entertainment room and then another library, which could be made into another bedroom, whatever the case is. Depending on your use may vary, kind of deal. So it finally looks like we're out of winter. I think it's safe to say this whole week I have not needed a jacket. And these doors, if you notice, you could take whatever material you want. I just took a circular section of the block. So you can make your own garage doors out of almost anything. Now this area here, I really don't know what I'm going to do with it. This area over here, but it's kind of nice. And we have this. This looks like you'd see something like this in Florida because of the colors, because of the shapes. And I really like this building. It's got everything has parking garages. It's got these very huge patios. And on the rooftop, you have rooftop gardens, a swimming pool, little jogging track. And unfortunately, I never did get to finish the inside, but all the elevators work. And then there's main staircases which go up and down. This side goes up and this side goes down to the parking garage. So cool. Here's one of the units. Why is it so dark in here? Oh, this one doesn't have, let's go to the top here. There we go. This one actually has lights in it. So I haven't done anything with the inside of these units. As you can see here, there's a lot of opportunity to do something like that. There's 2 balconies, which go to the new section of town right there. So there is that. And we got this huge forest area, which backs up against the circular restaurant over there and the bridge. Of course, the viewing angles are not good. So I'm happy with the design of this building, especially with the balconies and patios, how everything fit together and turned out. And then, so this was a building which, believe it or not, the inspiration came from the game Zombie Tsunami. In the New York scene, the opening scene, there's a building in there that looks like that. It's got balconies all the way around. And I don't know why it keeps getting dark all of a sudden. I created all the antenna towers from just different style blocks and stuff. We have a water tower, working pipes, and I also copied this to different, here's a furnace with a fire because there's a furnace, water pumps. So that turned out nice. Notice I didn't say cool that time. We have a helipad over here. This building I had to make longer. So this is a inspired design, but I added 5 more blocks to it to give it some more length. Now in the bottom here, you can put, there's elevators, there's staircases that lead all the way up, and you can put different businesses in here, which was the intent, but I never got around to. So, oh yeah, I did put doors in. So here's this one, condo and apartments. Nice fence. This room is too big, but it's like a waiting room, and then for the apartments. So there's washer and dryer facilities. There's a huge garage. Cool. And I know I'm like going through this very quickly, but, and what I think I said before, in the playlist for completed walkthroughs, you can find more detail on all these buildings. We get to the top floor. How many floors are there? Too many. Wow. I outdid myself there. There's one more. I know this is just thrilling. Oh, this is the upper part. So this was the top floor. These have a lot of promise because this area over here is supposed to be the bedroom, and it has an area for the patio. And then back here, you have your dining room, kitchen, living room area, and more lag because of course. But you have these gorgeous patios and balconies overlooking everything. Cool. So that is this building. Now, I'm already at 30 minutes, so we're going to speed fly through here. This is the new section, and it was of different houses and such. And we're going to miss a lot of the details, but this was supposed to be like a new age style, artsy kind of house. And there are so many really neat aspects of, like, this is the private garage area, the personal, or the main garage area. And you have this kind of entrance foyer way. So every house has a unique look to it, and fireplaces, and then room dividers, and it's just, you got this backyard kind of greenhouse area. So every house has this special special thing about it that was done. And you have an indoor sort of outdoor dining room. Yeah. And everything goes out into the little curated forest area. Very nice. This house, I like it. It's kind of a futuristic take. And of course, there is vegetation in it. But the overall appearance and the angles and everything are what I really like about this. And of course, everything has the automatic doors on it. This is the first floor real quickly. Of course, we have a tree. I built that tree. And then it has an indoor pool. And the first floor kitchen. And then you come up and you have the second floor kitchen. Second floor bedrooms. And everything's angled. Everything was purposely done on angles. Look at that. It doesn't say what those are. Whatever I had, those are not there. But, and fireplaces, working chimneys, wine racks. All the walls are angled to give the impression of hallways. The center section of the house is all glass. Very nice. So, the main bedroom and deck area, lots of skylights. All right, moving quite along here. So that, you can see all the working chimneys. So then this house here, this is another one of my favorites. Just because of different aspects of these houses. And this is what I mean about anything can be a garage door. This is wood that's cut on the circular saw. And yep, you guessed it. It's a garage door. Down there's a wine cellar. And then it closes. So I will do a video on that because I think it's part of the gate mod. And the houses I went all out on. Everything is populated, filled out. Another huge, all the fireplaces, fish tanks. Very cool. And then we have secret spiral staircases that go up to the office area. That's a nice office to have, overlooking your pool. And that's one of the main features of this house, was that it had to have like a pool that you would not find in a normal house. This is one side. These bedrooms are so overly large, it isn't funny. The house is made up into two sections. It's like two houses within a house. But the main feature of this house is that you could think that a movie producer lived here, because you come down here and here's another huge bedroom. But this is a storeroom and laundry room. And then in here we have a TV screening room. And I did a little bar trick I did with those Art Deco. But here, this is where it's at. So you have a movie theater. Oh, I can't see nothing. How about now? There we go. With an emergency exit over here that leads to a secret trap door. But this is your movie theater. Very nice. Let me turn off the lights. And those are tube line. Those, they're wireless lights. So, nice. And here's the backyard area with fountain. And this is kind of neat because it is, you can swim up and you have your little barbecue section. Huh, there's a fan, but there's nothing to cook. I'll have to fix that. So you have all this area back here. And then the final house back here is again another one of my favorite. I flew through the trees. These roadways go all the way through to the factory and the old section of town. Here's my school of dolphins. They just appeared. I don't know. But, and I did a couple of videos back here. Here's a little dock area. This house is super cool. Just because of the shapes and everything else that were used in it. I am really happy with this house. And it's got some secret areas. So the huge roofs and both sides of the glass. I've shown how I've done that, the glass. And huge great rooms. And then up here, if you go into the main bedroom, there's actually a way to get up in here to the studio. Cool. And this is the outer bedroom. I'd be happy with any of them. And the overall theme is just very nice. So those are the three houses down here, and I wanted to put some more in, but I wanted to do a traditional house. So we are already at, we're already at 37 minutes. We will show these buildings over here. So this is an eatery. No, really? It's customized. Here's another subway tunnel, which does lead. You saw the one that was all done with green glass. This one's all done with blue glass, and somebody didn't like the blue glass. I went, okay. You have a concession stand, little office, washrooms, and little train workroom. Cool. This actually goes out to the one section of town by the resort. This goes all the way down to the downtown area. This goes to the line that goes past the modern buildings. So there is that. We'll go up here for reference. This is the one of the main streets, and then that goes down. So we have a huge pergola and outdoor eating area up here, and it's done in the kind of Italian style with the arched windows. Kitchen, the convenience store, which is supposed to sort of model a 7-Eleven type. And in America, our convenience stores are generally linked with gas stations. That's why this is part of the gas station. And there's your marquee signs. Nice. I've shown how I made those before. And then the gas pumps. We have a car wash over here that sort of works. You can turn it on and let's see if water comes through. There we go. There's the water. And then I turned it off. That's how you wash a car in Minetest. It floods the area. And then we have the speed shop. More sticky pistons and everything else. This is where you get your performance parts and your racing car work. A detail shop. That was a fun build. And this is it's a resort hotel which overlooks the wilderness. It's got some fountains. And of course there's a restaurant there. Because why not? There's always a restaurant. That's the only thing I know how to do. Here's a huge like sports bar restaurant with a patio that overlooks kind of everything here. There's the dining room. There you go. There's the new style bridge. And there's one of the subway railways that goes through the bottom, which is great. There are a couple rooms in here that are done, but I didn't do every single one because it can become quite boring. But this is your internal part. Everything has arches. Let's go check out the one room that is done. It's over here. And it just overlooks everything. There's another one over here. Yeah, this room is done, which this has the best view of them all. Okay, then. So wow. Nice chandeliers. What is our 22 FPS? This was a lot of fun to build, though. So we have to come out the front side here because then we have, and I'm going to run out of time. We have this building here. We will show these buildings, but here's the foyer with it's special restaurants, 2-tier restaurants, nice chandeliers. But then here's the entrance. The main thing about this building is that you go up and the elevators actually do work. You have this kind of restaurant on the roof area with pockets of little ponds. And this was a lot of fun to build. Because of course, like I said, restaurants everywhere. And there's how you get back down to the main floors. Very nice. And then it was supposed to be able to land helicopters up here, but not very good. We have my take on the John Hancock building in Chicago, which changed names to a bunch of different names. It's something Michigan Avenue now. And I know here's the apocalyptic donut of doom. You come in here. You have a Gundam, sort of. But we have this little pond area here. All my fish are gone. And then a bar. But the glass elevator is what makes this building. So as we go up to the observation deck, wow, you can see I'm really lagging here. There we go. And it's supposed to give the impression of the John Hancock building. So inside here, I've shown all this before. You can see it's got a real nice, elaborate dining area. And then up in here is the mechanical section of the building. Just by using different things with I've made water tanks before. And they all kind of work. Sort of. And then we have outdoor, solar, the towers, and the antennas, which you can't really see from the ground. So this is the style of building. There's the elevator that goes all the way down. Of course it does. And I haven't done anything else really with the building. Across the street from it is another building I'm very happy with. And the subway ties in to all these buildings down here. And the subway is on this side of the street. So you can actually enter the subway from both sides from these buildings. It goes under. I wanted something different here, and obviously I got it. I wanted a whole different style of building, different style of roof. Come in here. Like I said, every building has this unique kind of, this one has an atrium. Which goes all the way to the top. Different businesses. And it's unfinished. But I really do like the style of it. And then, like I said, everything has a parking garage. Here's the parking garage. But it leads out to the subway. So here's the buildings on the other side of the street. The subway tunnels. Little standing platforms. And it works. And you can access the parking garages for all of them. This building is a building that a job that I used to work at, kind of like a Pentagon type style of building, but it had these really interesting roof areas. And these turned into my elaborate penthouses. Very cool. I know I used that word again, but each one has gardens. There's 2 different apartments up here. Let's see. This is not my favorite one. This is my favorite one. It has an angled hallway, the loft overlooking the bedroom. But huge glass windows and vaulted ceilings. And then the bedroom area. So this is all the rest of the stuff is stuff that I'm currently working on, like the convention center. The convention center is done. I actually did a live video. What do they call it? Live stream building this. There's here. And then it goes into the convention center here with a pass through, just like the real McCormick place in Chicago has a pass through. Doesn't look like that though. And this is the hotel area, which is of course unfinished. Then over here we have some apartment complexes. I purposely copied it over to this one. It's the exact same replica of this one, but it works because it's kind of needed. And I really like the shape and the balconies and the textures that were used here. We have a cafe, of course, but each one is done up really nicely. We have a computer store, and then the main entrance to the building, a vacant business, and a florist. Cool. Across the street we have, what do you call it? Just a building. That hedgehog has been here for about a year. Hi, Mr. Hedgehog. Yeah. And this office building here, which I haven't done anything with. Oh, this one doesn't have a utility. But this is my rendition of the art museum in Chicago. And this I'm very proud of. It turned out very nice. There's my depiction of the lions, and it actually has a stairway just like the real one. These are garden areas in the real Art Institute. You come in here and we have, this is close to what actually it is. So downstairs is the gift shop and some art displays. And then you have your art exhibition in these rooms over here. And then you have this open area. And this is where I put a lot of the art that I made and my daughter made. Pikachu's, Inuyasha, my play button somebody made for me, and all my little art displays. Pictures. And so back in here, just different blocks that do things. But up here we have the more art and what do you call those? The thing, armor. Yeah. And there's a big, huge armor statue over there. There he is. And of course it's unfinished because there's nothing over here. I think there was something on the first bit. No. Anything on this side here? Nothing. All right then. So we come out here and everything takes a little bit of inspiration of what I find in real life. So this looks like a AT&T building that I used to drive past every day. Kind of like the aesthetics of it. More subway entrances. This is a building it's called the Flexera Building in real life, but it's very close to the layout of the real building. You got this huge atrium in the middle of it, but the main thing is experimenting with different shapes and different size blocks to make these patterns. And that's what I like. Because the building is okay, but it's everything else in the building that gives it that cool look. This is supposed to be similar to the Chicago Theater, but it's not. But it gives that impression of an older timey building, very detailed. And there is a movie theater in here, but I haven't finished it. Then we have the Japanese style hibachi, 2-story hibachi restaurant I've done videos on. This is one of my personal favorite buildings because it has the penthouse here. And then there's a bookstore back here. There's going to be more, obviously, there's going to be more stuff going on back here. And then we get to this section of town that this is all the current modern stuff. So this is an office park building, and it's supposed to depict like buildings from the 50s and 60s. I think I captured that with a nice little picnic area. So we have that. And of course, it's not finished yet. But how would you like to work somewhere like that and have your own private little area here? And then this building I haven't done anything with yet. Another subway. These are going to be like legal offices or like a printer's. And then we all have seen, and there you go. You can see where the subway is going to take a turn. So we have a bakery and some businesses here. Oh yeah, the clothing shop. The condos over here, which I love the color scheme of. But then back here, you have the pool area. And one of my personal residences, because I have a residence everywhere, right up here. And then I haven't finished the rooftop yet. But here's some more buildings. And then the mall across the street, the restaurant. The mall is something special, and there's parking garages everywhere. It's kind of got this angles. So then we come out here, And I'm kind of very quickly going through, and I know the lag is driving me crazy. So anybody watching this, yeah, we were going to finish up with, here's the conservatory, the design studio, we have a central park area. This area, I love this area. And then some filler buildings, because I'm not really too fond of this building here. It's nice looking, but I don't know, I have to do some more work on it. And then these kind of row buildings, I have to do the interiors and the first floor. This looks like it could be an old school or an old apartment building. But the main feature about this one, if I can stop it from lagging, is the pool and tennis courts. And the little concession stand here. Because why not? If you can dream it, then you could do it. This building here, and it looks familiar to the other building on the other end because I copied it. Because the back is different from the front. So it gives an indication of two different buildings. The streets come down here. We have the Secret Squirrel, Evil Empire. And somebody kind of asked, well, what kind of evil? Just evil. Same thing like with Dr. Evil, and just being evil. It doesn't really define what evil lurks in the building area, but it's just evil. So this area, and it all ties together as we fly up here real quickly, and we're back into the section of town. And I did all custom landscaping. And then last but not least, over by the, I know I went over, this is going to be an hour-long video, but the great thing about it is you can jump around. So over here is the outdoor restaurant and the observation, and you can tell there's a theme to my madness. I do everything with, I love nature, but I'm not a tree hugger per se. I do believe in, ecology and saving the trees and saving the birds and all that stuff. But I'm not I believe in preserving nature, because once you lose it, it's very hard to get it back. And I enjoy nature so much. So here's the pathway here. I mean, every weekend, go out on huge hikes and stuff. I love going through the forest area. And then this is where it leads up to all the favorite new builds, which I've recently done. And then the coffee shop across the way. This building I have to do a little bit more with. Then we have the headquarters and log cabin of this building, which I've shown enough of. And then the pavilion right there. And then the glorious park area that I'm again flying through the trees. So that's going to do it. That's a very, very quick, run through of all the, we're missing so much detail in the back. You have to go through all the completed walkthrough videos. But yeah, this lag is more than usual. But that is a reference point. So these 4 videos, because next week I want to get back to that one house that I'm building and show how to make those garage doors and everything using the gate controller, and how to be, different techniques and stuff like that one can use for it. So yeah, that's everything so far. That's of this world. And then I have a medieval world, which I can do that in one video. one video. So what you can do is you can go through and look through the completed walkthrough videos, and you can find all the different buildings that have more in-depth kind of coverage on them, and skip around. You know, go to the video, search for the point that interests you, and then go from there. So you're not going to hurt my feelings by not watching the whole video. So, but you know, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will have all these lag issues cleared up and go from there, and have many more buildings to show for in the upcoming future of this world. So thanks again. Until the next video. Goodbye.